Well, we all know medical procedures in the U.S. are expensive, costing patients thousands.
And for one woman, traveling abroad for cosmetic surgery was cheaper. Well, tonight, Fox 46 anchor Morgan Francis shows us how medical tourism had this woman knocking on death's door.
It's become quite the fad. Skip the expensive surgeries and dental procedures here and get them done abroad for thousands less. For some, the surgery and recovery is seamless. But for one Charlotte woman, it nearly cost her her life.
What woman wouldn't want to look like $1 million on her wedding day? For one woman, hard work and self-control helped her lose 100 pounds.
I felt good in my clothes. I was down to, a size 7, 9, but I felt like my arms were I still looked like an overweight person.
She wanted to be like others she saw on Instagram and YouTube, so she researched various surgeries to complete her look. The only problem? It cost her $18,000.
Definitely out of my price range for what I wanted to have.
What she wanted was a 360 liposuction, tummy tuck, and brachioplasty or an arm lift. A doctor in the Dominican Republic was 11 grand cheaper. It was the ultimate all-inclusive. What did that all include?
For the $7,000, I got plane tickets, I got the place that I was gonna stay, the surgeries payments.
Even her food. She flew to the Dominican Republic and that night had all 3 surgeries. Within 11 days, she was back home in Charlotte. It's when she got back, though, that she noticed something wasn't right.
The incision had like a little pimple. So I called the doctor like, hey, this looks like it might be infected. He just said, we took your drains out. That might be the fluid trying to leave your body.
It was leaving her body all right. Every time she stood up, fluids poured out. As the days passed, she and her doctor messaged on WhatsApp. He told her to keep taking antibiotics, but things got worse. Her skin looked like it was melting off her abdomen. Finally, she went to the hospital.
She was already having fevers with low blood pressure. My biggest fear is that she waited a few hours or maybe even a day. She may not be around to tell her story.
Dr. Theodore Niami, a board-certified plastic surgeon, knew she likely didn't have the money, but he donated his services to save her life.
What I had was MRSA, so it's very complicated. It had spread through my body. It was basically eating me from the inside out.
We did a number of procedures that were local procedures. I lost count of how many we did.
Dr. Niami says patients should never price shop for medical care, and if you are going abroad to get surgery, have an exit plan.
What is the protocol to make sure that you're taken care of? That person should be connected with a board-certified plastic surgeon who has agreed in advance to take care of you should you have an issue.
Joseph Woodman, CEO of Patients Beyond Borders, made finding quality medical care abroad his career.
We try to keep people up to date on sites that we either have visited or that we know to be of excellent quality.
He says, as cliche as it sounds, do your research.
Make sure the chemistry is right. Make sure they respond quickly. Make sure they request medical records. And what we tell patients is you don't have to do it. Even when you get down there, if you don't like the way that clinic looks, walk away.
Nearly 3 years later, the woman we interviewed has healed both physically and mentally. Her scars, reminders that there are more important things in life.
I could have left my daughter without a mom just because I wanted to look like an Instagram model.
In the end, Dr. Niami cut over $100,000 from her bill by donating his services, but she still ended up with $35,000 in hospital bills, trying to save 11 grand to start. In the newsroom, I'm Morgan Francis, Fox 46 Charlotte.